We are taking pictures of ourselves more than ever before in history, and it's all because of the interweb. Sites like Plusbook, Google Face and Titter all have our picture on them, and we want to look good in our pictures, don't we? But of course you've also got business sites as well, sites like LinkedIn and, I don't know, Get a Job Here and all that kind of stuff. And we want people to like our pictures. Now there's so many different styles of selfie that you can do, isn't there? I mean, there's the standard kind of looking drunk in a nightclub with those people you met from Belgium taken on the mobile phone. But you may want to look a little bit cooler, or maybe a little bit more professional. So how do you go about taking a good selfie? Well, the thing to do is to think about it. That's the first step. What's the picture for? Is it just a case of, I want to do a self-portrait and look pretty good? Well, that's one thing. If it's to go onto a website, what is the website? Is it a professional website? Is it a social media website? Is it just something for the family? Think it through. That's the starting place. And then we can go and start to do it in reality with cameras and things like that. This way. Windows are a brilliant place to do selfies because you've got free light. Now think about the light, that's one of the first things. How do you want to look? Do you want to look a bit moody and craggy, or do you want to look sort of soft and groovy and girly? Now, I like this window because it's facing away from the sun, although the sun does creep in here later in the day, and if you have hard highlights coming in, it doesn't look so good. Go and watch the window light film and that will explain about that. But this is a really good place. Now think about what sort of thing you want to achieve. What kind of light? What kind of look? So let's just quickly run through the male lighting thing again. So Lorna, if you go round to your right just a little bit, there we go. Now you're looking at me, I've got a brighter side to my face and a darker side. That's kind of male lighting, it's shifting across here. And it can look pretty good if you want to do a much more moody thing, particularly when you do a bit of post-production on it. But if we go around the other way, if you just keep looking at me, as I just turn and Lorna goes out into the garden, can you see how the light on my face completely changed as we just kind of moved around like that? If I come out into the garden so that the light can fall down on top of me and we just kind of move back together, you should be able to see the light on my face changing as we move outside. Now I know that there is an exposure change probably going on there, but from here you might see that the way the light is falling on my face is different. And it's going to look different on a girl too. Light is weird stuff because it's invisible, isn't it? You can see where the light's coming from, you can see what it's landing on, but you can't see the light itself. That's why I like using water as an analogy, because it behaves a little bit like water. But let's have a look and see how that would look on Lorna. So Lorna, you're going to have to give me your camera. Excuse us viewers, there's going to be some wobbly going on here. Right, if I get hold of that, there we go. Thanks, Lorna's just got to pop the headphones on. Thank you, Lorna. And, cool. So Lorna is now doubling as model and camera woman. So Lorna, if you just kind of move back a bit and just, now you've got to keep looking at the camera. There we go. And as Lorna goes inside, you'll see the light on her face starting to change. Look at that, look how that light has changed. Woo. That looks really nice. Now if we come around to the side, slowly, 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 like that, just need to brighten it up a bit. Now you see Lorna's got that side light going on. And on Lorna it looks pretty good because Lorna's really kind of young and she's got nice smooth complexion. On me it makes all the wrinkles stand out. So there's a couple of things to think about with the light. Now how about the camera? Why have I got my camera over here? The shot I'm thinking of is going to use the light from the French windows. I want to use this wall here as a plain background. I want to use the side lighting coming in. That's the thought. So let's just think our way through that, shall we? The first thing you're going to ask is how you're going to focus on yourself when you're not in the shot. Well, think laterally, think outside the box. Think photography is not just what goes on in the camera, it's what goes on in the world around you, okay? How could I work out where I'm going to be in the shot when I'm not in it, when I'm over there focusing the camera? Right, what's going on around me? I've got door frame just here, haven't I? It's right next to me. So if I stand on the same sort of plane as the edge of that door, the distance between me and the camera and the edge of that door and the camera is only going to be minutely different. So therefore, I can focus just here, manually lock it, and then I know that my focus is already set for me being just here. How do I know exactly where I'm standing? Well, as I've said, I can line myself up with the edge of the door frame, but I have my script here. So if I put that on the floor, it's giving me an extra mark, so I know where to stand. The other cool thing with the door frame is if I stand next to it, I kind of know how high to compose the camera, how high to set the shot. Now obviously there's going to be a bit of trial and error going on here. But if I stand next to this, put my hand on the top of my head, it's about there, isn't it? So there we go. I know that's about where the top of my head is. So if I include sort of up to the top there in height, I know I'm going to not cut the top of my head off. Now obviously we're going to have to do a couple of little tests, but that's the first bit. Let's go and chuck it on the camera. I want it a portrait type shot, that way up. So let's just turn the camera over on its end like that, on its side. I know it wants to be a bit higher. I'm going to try and shoot it from round about eye level. So let's just sort of see if we can rack this on up. I managed to break my windy handle off, so it takes a little while and I have to be careful not to cut my finger. There we go. Camera's up here. So using autofocus, because I think it's the most accurate, I'm just going to move the camera a little bit. Everything in the way. Right, okay, let's go around that way. Focus on the edge of the door. There we go. So that means the edge of the door frame is sharp. That means that focal distance is okay. How am I going to lock it? You just clip your camera out of autofocus onto manual. I can press that button until I'm blue in the face now. It isn't going to change the focus. Turn my camera around and line up my shot. So I'm including the top of the door frame, as I kind of said. If I just take a quick test shot like that, there we go. You can see the environment that I'm going to be standing in. I can lose the edge of the mirror by increasing the focal length a bit and just kind of recomposing the camera. A little tiny bit of a zoom going on there. There we go. Lock the camera in place and I reckon I'm about right. Now, if you're a cool and trendy photographer, you may have a radio controlled release. I am a cool and trendy photographer, but mine doesn't work. So there we go, sod's law. I'm going to have to use the self timer. So let's just rack that round there to self timer. Test shot, let's just see where I end up in the picture. You can hear it beeping. I remember my uncle doing this at family picnics, running around. Stand here and look cool for the camera. What does it look like? That's not bad. But you can see that it can zoom in a little bit more. So let's kind of push that focal length in a little bit lower. Let's just tilt the camera down a tiny bit. That's not bad. Let's try another one. Press the button. You get the idea. And then once you find these things, once you've got yourself set up, you can preen and make yourself look extra good for the real thing. That's not bad again. In fact, I'd say that's perfect. Now all we have to do is shoot some pictures. And don't forget to change your frock. If you want to make it look a little bit more business-like, all you've got to do is sling a jacket over the top of it. I quite like that one. But what I don't like is wearing a jacket. I hate wearing jackets. They're not really me, are they? So I'll throw it in the garden. Right. What do we take more selfies on than anything else? These things, don't we? Phones, they get used all the time. And I mean, I think they're pretty cool. I mean, you can take all these kinds of pictures and I think they look really good. But they're also great for something else as well. We were talking about how light, I'm always on about light, how you can't see the light. You can see the torch, you can see what it's shining on, you can't see the light in between it. But you can use a phone. If you switch on your camera, reverse it round, so you're going to do a selfie, you can see yourself in the screen, the camera's pointing back to you. You can watch the light changing in the viewfinder as you move around. So remember we did that in and out thing. If I just set this onto video briefly, there we go. Now, here we go. I'm videoing myself, okay? So I'm now being filmed with the mobile phone and the main camera. You can see the light is doing this thing on the side of my face, but you can also look at yourself in the viewfinder as you turn around and you can watch that light changing on your face. Isn't that easy? That is much, much nicer light than earlier. It's kind of made me look an awful lot younger. I should have done it like that. If you want to go in and out, just like we did before, Look, you see, if I walk outside, you can then see how the light has changed on my face when I go outside, and it's not very nice, is it? So you're much better off inside. How could you take a nice sort of a self-portrait with a mobile phone? You don't have to just kind of keep going and being crazy like I was earlier, and most people do. You can, of course, shoot anything with a mobile phone virtually that you can with the DSLR. You don't have the flexibility of lenses, but you can do some really cool stuff. Let's say I want to shoot a high-key portrait, high-key selfie of myself using the phone. And I think phones are pretty good because you can really kind of look at what's going on. It's not a function of the phone, it's a function of the light and where you are. So in here, how could I do it? We've got lots of light going on at this end of the room around these windows because the light's coming in from the windows and it's kind of blowing in this direction. But as we move back in this direction, the light is falling off. So we've got a doorway here. I can go on about this because I've kind of done it lots of times, but with practice, you'll be able to do it too. Through this doorway, we've got a much darker area through here. So it stands to reason that the light over here is going to be brighter behind than it is in here. So if I face that way and do a selfie, I'm going to get a high key portrait with the brightness in the background over here. Lorna, do you want to whiz through there? And then you can turn around and we'll have a little look. Let's do the video camera thing again here, just so you can watch it happening. Stick that onto video. Okay, actually straight away, I'm going to move my camera because it's sticking up in the background. Those are little things to watch out for. If I start videoing there, you can see as I move forwards into the doorway how the background should start. There we go. It's just kind of, look at that. You see, we've got a high key. We did have a high key background going on there, like that. It's really quite cool, isn't it? And of course you can use your phone to take pictures. Let me have a little play and see what I can come up with. It's really, really simple, isn't it? This stuff is just not rocket science. So look at that, I've got a really nice high key thing going. Oh, that's really cool, I like that. I'm just going to give myself a moody look. And a smile, and a tilt. Look at that, you see, you're watching this happen for real, you know, in real life. This is a really good little spot. Remember, you don't have to always use your phone that way up. You can always turn it the other way up. And also, let's get a little bit creative with our composition. And think about looking into the lens of the phone. That's a little tiny dot over here by my ear speaker on this one. So I can set up my composition and then I can look straight into the little lens. Like that, or like this. You see how easy it is to shoot some really nice selfies. Just have a little think about it. I really look forward to seeing some of your pictures. Please put them onto our Facebook page. We'd really like to see them. Meanwhile, get out there, shoot yourself some selfies. I know that photographers, generally speaking, don't like being photographed themselves, but hey, get over it. Everyone else in the world loves seeing who you are. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified each time we upload one of our cool photography videos, or for more great photo tips, workshops and training, come and see us at our website, photographycourses.biz.